Hi there, BookTube! My name is Christina and today I'm here for the 7th challenge, the 7th and the last challenge of BookTubeathon. And it was an amazing ride. It was too fast on one hand and too slow on the other hand, and I don't know how these two things together make exist, but it's like that. So I believe that during next week I will do my best in order to film a video in which I will do the wrap-up of this BookTubeathon, and then to speak a little bit more about my experience. This was my really first readathon and it was very interesting and amazing, and I'm so tired, not of course because of the BookTubeathon itself, but because of the whole week, so work and everything else, together with BookTubeathon, so it added up a little bit. And yeah, this is the reason why I'm here in my pajama, and I would love to share it with you because it's so cute. It's a little giraffe and she has like two pom-poms up here and it's so lovely. Yeah, okay. Let's try to collect ourselves. And this challenge is actually hosted by Ariel herself, and I'm so happy about this challenge because finally I'm here in my armchair, relaxed, just talking about books, and I actually just miss my teacup for being my ordinary kind of video. And before starting, I wanted to tell you just two things. The first one, thank you so much to each and every one of you who comments my videos and likes them, and for those who are actually subscribing, thank you so much. It means a lot to me. And don't be shy, if you subscribe to my channel, don't be shy, just comment some videos, and so that we may chit chat a little bit. I would really love it. And the second thing is thank you to all of you who remembered about my birthday and who wrote to me somewhere by private messages or under a video, or even for those who made me some birthday wishes in advance. Thank you so very much to all of you. I really appreciate it. It's just an amazing and cozy feeling. And now let's get to the actual video. So the purpose of the challenge is actually not a challenge, it's just sharing a story about books and about an experience, a particular experience that you have that is dear to you, linked to books and to the experience of reading. Of course, as a lot of you, I have some great memories linked to Harry Potter, for example, and I have some memories linked to my childhood books and so on, but I was thinking about it and I decided to share a different kind of experience. When I was 11 years old, I believe, or somewhere around that age, I was living in Ukraine with my mom, and we were living in this tiny little apartment together. And at a certain point, basically out of nowhere, I started feeling very sick at night, and it was just this kind of a heavy feeling on your chest, and I woke up and I was afraid and I wasn't able to breathe normally. All the breaths, they were like almost shallow, small breaths, and I wasn't able to just take in a great good breath of air into my lungs, and I was very afraid. Of course, as all children, I was afraid of doctors, and I was afraid to make my mom afraid. So what I did back then, and if you're young, please never do it, and if you're an adult, more like that, don't do it. Tell to someone when you're feeling sick, really. And what I did back then, and don't do it please again, was not telling anyone. So it happened again and it happened again, night after night, until I discovered a kind of a method to feel a little bit better. And don't imitate this, of course, it was just a childish kind of way of thinking, so don't imitate it. Never ever go to a doctor, really go to a doctor. And what happened back then was that one night I had this idea. I just took a book because I didn't know what else to do. It was night, I wasn't able to turn on the TV because we slept in the same room with my mom, so I would definitely wake her up otherwise. So I took a book, and it was a book that a friend of mine borrowed me, and I went to the kitchen, I turned on the light, I opened just a little bit the window so that the fresh air of the night will come up a little bit, and it was a nice feeling. And then I took a glass of water, and I just took these very small sips of water in order to, I don't know, somehow feel a little bit better in breathing and just coping with everything. And then I took the book, and it was The Hobbit by Tolkien, and I spread it out and started reading. This wasn't, of course, this edition of that book. Back then it was in Russian, and it was an illustrated edition for children. This one has actually illustrations from Alan Lee, and it's a little more kind of adult version of the book, even though this book is perfect for every kind of age. And what happened back then is that while reading and sipping a little bit of water and just feeling the fresh air of the night, I started feeling better. And it was this kind of amazing feeling, like a soothing feeling that made you relaxed and feeling like just a cozy moment. And that was the moment when I realized that reading was so much more than just a fun experience and an exciting experience to travel and have adventures and so on. It was actually something that was able to help me too in some situations, and I just started to read at every moment, and I still do it right now. I'm able to read pretty much at every moment of my life. When I'm angry, when I'm upset, or when I'm stressed out, I read. I know so much people who are not able to do so because they really need to be in that kind of a relaxed and easygoing state of mind in order to be able to enjoy a book. For me, it's the very contrary. I love reading when I'm upset, because reading helps me to cope with everything somehow. It really makes me feel relaxed and just at peace with everyone and everything. And what I discovered after is that I had no kind of strange illness, fortunately. I was just allergic. I was allergic to dust, and right now I'm allergic to other things too, but I was allergic to dust, and it was provoking me some kind of almost asthmatic reactions, and afterwards I had a little bit of asthmatic kind of cough. But I just had to get rid of all of my teddy bears, because I used to sleep surrounded by an army of teddy bears, not only bears, any kind of that kind of toys, just stuffed animals all over. I love them. Each and every one had a name, and I just had to get rid of them. I've not thrown them out, of course. I just gave them to my grandma, and she stocked them away. So that was the reason of my strange kind of sickness, and it wasn't a sickness, actually it was just allergy, and I'm still allergic to dust. So when I'm dusting and cleaning up home, I'm just a red kind of crying mess. And that's not funny at all, and I keep sneezing, and it's just, oh, it's just a mess. But yeah, this was just it, a little bit of allergy. But I found at that moment, when I didn't know what to do, I found that perfect thing that still now helps me so much, and it's reading. Reading a book really creates that kind of a perfect atmosphere for me to collect all the thoughts and to kind of resolve every kind of problem by taking some time and thinking about it while I'm reading. So it's just a combination of things, and that's one of the reasons why I love reading so much. So that was my personal experience. The book was The Hobbit, and till now I love it so much. This book actually meant a lot even afterwards, because after this one I discovered The Lord of the Rings, and The Lord of the Rings brought so much changes into my life, and The Hobbit himself actually brought some very interesting experience in my life too. I had the chance to see all of the movies of The Hobbit like in advance with a bunch of friends, and we were wearing costumes, so we were kind of the animated part of the party for the launch of the film. And I will put a couple of photos if I will be able to find them somewhere, and it was actually a great and amazing experience, and it kind of closed the whole circle that started when I was 11 years old or something like that, and ended when the last movie ended actually, and I cried. I cried pretty badly when that happened, but never mind about that. And yes, this was it for my entry for BookTube 2017, and I will see you next week. And I hope so much that you enjoyed this video and the others, and if you are making this kind of video, please let me know down below. I would love to hear about other experiences with books and the reading experience as it is as a whole. It will be just lovely. So let me know down below, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye! Ciao!